This is where I got the magnetic strips from Amazon, and this is the box they came in. These are the plasters you stick to your nose with a 60-day supply. These are the plastic strips themselves with magnets on the edges that stick to the plasters on your nose. That's me putting on the plasters. And that's me putting on the plastic strips. You can see it expanding my nostrils. This is the mouth tape I bought from Amazon. It's a 120-day supply. This is the box they came in. And here's what they look like. They have paper on the sticky sides so they don't lose their stick before you take the paper off. Here's me putting the tape on. My experience after wearing the magnetic nose strips for about 6 weeks is that they definitely help you breathe better and easier, which is very helpful at night and helps you to breathe through your nose automatically. They are comfortable and you barely notice them, especially after wearing them a few weeks like I have. One thing I did notice was that the magnetic plasters can get itchy sometimes, and you have to place the plasters correctly on your nose so the plastic strips aren't resting too heavily on your nose, as that can get annoying as well. It isn't hard to apply the magnetic plasters to your nose, as long as you clean your nose beforehand to get rid of any oils and dirt. It does have the problem that if you don't get it right the first few placements, it may lose its stick, and it's definitely a one night per plaster deal, where they lose their stick entirely after taking them off after the night. Look out for strips that have better stick would be my advice, though they may cost more. The effectiveness of the nose strips seriously depends on the placement of the magnetic plasters on the nose, and you have to test it out to find what works best. But it can be quite a specific thing, where if you get it wrong or off center it may not work very well. I find above the nostrils but below where the hard part of the nose is works best for me. Now the mouth tape. I've been using it for 6 weeks as well with the nose strips, and I've found that they complement each other a lot. The mouth tape in my opinion isn't strictly necessary, as you're already breathing through your nose with the nose strips, and if you only had one, I'd also go for the nose strips. The mouth tape is still a bit helpful for reinforcing nose breathing and not using your mouth, and contrary to what a lot of people think, it's not really dangerous, at least the one I got, as it's breathable, like you can breathe through it if you really needed to. If you're big into mewing and stuff, it can be helpful as it stops your mouth from hanging open and keeps your mouth closed. That also makes your mouth less dry, I guess, but I didn't have an issue with that anyway, especially with the nose strips. I found that the tape can rip out hairs around your mouth, so if you have a beard or if you just don't want your stubble being ripped out, maybe go for something that's not too strong and easy to peel off without taking hair with it. I haven't had much issues with that as long as I take it off carefully, but it is something to keep in mind. I think there's also tape that just goes on your lips and not the area around, but I'm not sure how effective they would be for sticking on.